Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. You know who this is. About that time again. My name is Joseph. Welcome back to our live trade room recap here. It's 11:30 Eastern time right now on a Tuesday morning. What an incredible day, number 2 of this week. Maybe we thought last week we were lucky. Maybe Monday through Friday last week we got a little bit lucky. But certainly not over the weekend into Monday and Tuesday. We must really know what we're talking about here. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not some super trader. We have no secret weapons here. Our secret weapon, our magic wand is our trading strategy. We have a very simple trading plan. We come in every morning, execute that. Now that trading plan is going to help you, right, to manage the risk in these markets. And I encourage everybody before we start talking about these trades today to make sure that you take a moment, speak to somebody you trust regarding your risk capital, especially the guests out there. If you're a guest right now with me here, guys, it's really important you remember, guys, I'm going to train you the entire thing as a member. But until you go into training, you got to be careful with your risk capital. I'm going to give you opportunities to sell, to buy, to trade with me. This morning here on Crude and the Russell, I gave you guys the exact entries, the stops, and the targets. So I'm going to make it really easy as a guest to quote-unquote shadow trade, but I do want to remind you all there is risk out there in these markets, so be careful. And just remember that as soon as you join as a member, I'm going to give you the trading plan. I'm going to give you the indicators, the market data, all the charts, all the intense daily trainings, so you can learn all this stuff and master it and come in every day with me and do it the right way. Okay? Having a great day here so far. Thank you all for being part of this today. Let's do a quick recap. The first thing we had this morning, the first thing we saw this morning was the news. And as you can see here, we had a fantastic day today, another just huge day in the market. We called these trades live in real time. We're trading live accounts here in this trade room. Everybody has their own account. We obviously have some people on demo accounts right now, but I'm on my own account, and members trade their own accounts. So the first thing this morning is news. We got news here. And what was the first thing we talked about today with the news? We had overnight news, which was mixed, and we knew we had 8:30 news, 3 major news events at 8:30, which should get the day going well. We also knew there was news throughout the entire morning. So we thought, perfect. We have the exact opposite of what we saw yesterday. Yesterday on Monday, there was no major news. So we didn't know how much personality, how much action we get all day. We had to be very disciplined and patient on Monday. Here on Tuesday, though, we have a lot of ammunition telling us this market should be moving throughout the morning. Begins at 8:30, goes through 9, goes to 10 o'clock. We should have a day filled with opportunity. But don't be surprised if at 8:30 it kicks it off nice and early. That was the first clue. The first clue we got was at 8:30 this morning. We knew we had news working here this morning. Second clue this morning here, let's grab crude. And on crude oil, the second clue was the news at 8:30. So here's 8:30 right here on crude. This is a fantastic trade here for us today. We began our day today with an $800 winner as the very first trade. Now, what did the news come out today at 8:30? We had a couple different things. Retail sales were flat. Consumer prices were flat. What was the big one, though? The Empire State Manufacturing Index. So Empire State comes out higher, and that is bullish for crude. Now, we won't talk much about that right now. We went into that in really good detail today, live in real time, about why it should be bullish in crude. But we know that for a fact that when the 8:30 news came out, it was crude bullish. We had already defined a trading range on this chart. We had already defined the range at this. We then went, of course, and adjusted it. But we knew already the second clue today was I had this trading range here on crude, this sideways range. Now, before we talk about what this trade was, would somebody remind me, what is the market personality on crude oil? And remember, you can learn all about market personality by going right into your advanced course. And wouldn't you know it, in your advanced course is a whole entire chapter dedicated to the individual market's market personality. What is the market personality on crude oil? It's a fake out, breakout market. We talk about crude oil all the time. We sell the highs. We don't buy them. It's a fade the breakout market. Also, if you understand the way that fear plays into almost all commodities, you're going to fade any news, which means if the news pushes price lower, you're going to wait for price to slow down and then buy those new lower lows. If you see price going higher, you'll then sell the higher highs. So we already know going into this that crude oil is a fake out, breakout market, a fade the news type market. You'll hear me say that 100 times in 1 week. At the same time, how do we trade a sideways range? There's my range on the crude. Now the yellow range was there first. Let me get rid of the green range because the green range we put on later on in the process. The yellow range was all we had to work with at the beginning. So here's what happens now, right? We get the price breaks out. And so I initially say I can buy a pullback with a wave pattern. So when this market begins to come